then.
All right, the stream's live.
Black.
Let me know if you guys are.
I'm bringing it up right now.
Yeah, let me know if you
Why
guys,
would I cut
specifically if you can hear
Baron?
Josh or Jeff.
What do you need
What?
for black?
I'm not cutting Marin because experience counters.
Dude, you don't need black in the deck. You just don't
Have
need
you
black.
Have you read my commander?
No, where is it?
All the way to the left.
Where it says commander?
No,
It should just be there.
I see nothing.
Have you read my commander?
I don't think you put commander in there.
Yes,
Oh,
you
right
can hear
there.
all of us, Tony.
Yeah,
Cool.
I got it.
That
Don't
works.
play Why do you want this so bad?
What? The commander?
No. The commander's fine. I just don't think you need to be playing black at all.
I
And
also
that makes
have.
your mana base way better.
All right, you told me you also missed another card. You missed the Minthara.
Yeah, Sire of Stagnation. I get it.
And Minthara too.
Are we just
Fuck's
live
Minthara?
deck doctoring Josh's deck? Right now?
Yes.
We are.
I'm just trying to remove black because he doesn't
I
need
know
it.
the mana base is bad, but
He
like
doesn't
I
need black.
did that
That's
on
it.
purpose or whatever, like because I don't
I
want to
did
put.
that. I made it bad on purpose.
No, like because I'm not gonna put fetches in this deck. I'm not
That's
gonna
fine.
spend.
That's why you keep Ash Baron, but you get rid of
What
black.
level would you say it is?
I don't know. It won a game, so
A 7?
overpowered.
It's about a 7.
You see the price tag on it? And I think this is a bad deck. This is a
outta
bad
here.
deck.
Under a G, pretty casual.
Yeah.
All right, so we can start at the power level 0, and then we can bring up. let me get into this, and we'll judge this deck, and then we'll consider if Josh is casual. It's one of the.
I think it's a bad deck, but it won a game.
Yeah.
It like.
I mean, casuals win also, so it happens.
Was that casual commander night though? I don't.
It was.
So.
It was Sunday, wasn't it?
I don't remember. It had to have been casual commander day.
You couldn't even remember what happened.
Sundays and Wednesdays are so.
No, I was like, I don't know if I would play this at like the casual game night, but I think.
I mean, I would hope you wouldn't play this in CDH because you would get destroyed.
Right.
No, that's the beauty of CDH. You let the three deuces fight it out, and you just sneak in a win.
Yeah, that's fair.
Played like the Edgar Markov deck or whatever.
Yeah.
I played it. Waited until I had a worthy opponent.
3, 2, 1,
and go.
Yep. You are listening to you.
1.
You are listening to episode 180. No, not 180. 168 of Paper Player. I'm your host Tony, joined with Josh, Jeff, and JB. And hell yeah, we got a full crew, and it's gonna be a fun day. But before we get into all that nonsense, what we're gonna do is go over the topics.
Apologize right now.
Duskmourn stuff. Is Josh casual?
No.
What am I apologizing
for? Apologize for last week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I fucked up, guys, big time. If you listen to the podcast, I didn't put it out. If you listened to the live yet last week, it was really strange because it was just me with 4-minute pauses or 2-minute pauses, and then just responding to things that conversations weren't happening.
you dingus! What the
I fucked it up. What do you want from me, baby?
Oh my god!
But yeah, this week's it's a pretty casual week for us. I don't know.
Yeah.
Duskmourn's dropping. It's Duskmourn.
Here.
Yeah, I'll do that now. That way you guys can see. Yeah, Duskmourn is dropping on Magic Online tomorrow, which I think.
Yeah.
Well, the pre-release is Friday, which I'm gonna try to get to a pre-release. I'm gonna try my best to get to one. We'll see. It's not always easy.
For Manifolds.
Are we online?
Yeah, we're online. We're live.
We're live.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Don't worry.
I am signed up to play in Manivault's Friday pre-release, and then
I'm gonna try to get there.
On Saturday for the two-headed giant pre-release, I'll be behind the counter, and I'll be working that event. If you guys want to come and say hi,
Two-headed giant.
Dude, me and Tony used to do two-headed giant like every release. It was great.
He made you the head just so you could be like, whatever you say, boss.
Yep. So you can blame me for every bad choice.
I'm pretty sure Sam wants to talk to you in particular, Tony.
Everybody wants to talk to me.
I don't know what it's about, and I can't remember because I smoked too much weed. But
Fair enough.
he said he wanted to talk to you at one point.
Everybody wants to talk to me. This sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Tony, I
So-
need to talk to you.
we
after
wanted to
this.
talk to you last week, but apparently we couldn't. So
Yeah, we were
Well,
just
I needed it.
Hey,
It was
he
thematic
needed us all.
because
he was like, you know what? Fuck all you guys.
it was
We should
thematic
just beat 'em."
with Duskmourn because it's just like I was talking to spirits. It's just
Get
being
it out of
truly.
here.
It's, I'm not faking.
The
I was,
voices in your head.
yeah, exactly. Just being super engaged in a room. Wow.
I feel bad for you if your voices in your head are me, Jeff, or me, JB, and Josh.
There, you know what? I will say this: there could be worse voices. You guys have okay voices, but
That's fair.
yeah. So this week we'll do a little bit of a round table. We'll talk about Duskmourn. I think there's going to be key cards that everybody should be picking up for EDH, multiple different formats. I think Duskmourn's actually a pretty strong set. We're going to go right into Josh's casual. The content that we're looking to produce, which
Yes,
is
I'm
Jeff versus
casual.
Jeff.
Casual as fuck, bro.
Yeah, Jeff versus Jeff, and then we need content ideas. So just go ahead and shoot us a DM on Facebook. Just say, "Hey, stupid, you need to do this." I'm like, "All right, we'll try it." And then if it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, I'm gonna come back at you. That was a dumb idea. Leave.
Is there anyone in
Yeah, insult the
Is
fans.
there anyone in chat right now?
There's a couple, yeah.
There's probably a couple people.
I don't
We
care.
should. So I want to like make stickers.
Save it for when we
with-
get to that portion.
No, this is for stickers.
No, this is Josh. That's part of is Josh casual. I think.
Josh, we'll talk off
Yes.
air. If you actually want stickers, I got a guy that's lined up for a design.
I want to make more stickers. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
but he said he would do the design for free.
cool. Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Yeah, I'll talk to you because I said I don't have anything in mind right now. I was like, can you put you on pause? And he's like, yeah, and I was like, sick. So we'll talk offline about that. Yeah, that should be it. And then we'll
Magic
keep
round
ranking.
table.
We'll keep ranking them abilities. But dude, let me hear what you guys played this week.
All right, JB.
That slow week. I was thinking about playing a league, but I definitely did not play a league. I've been kind of figuring out what I want to do, and I know this sounds stupid because it should be simple. It's just start recording. But I've been thinking about what I want to do for content for the channel because
Hell
I
yeah,
know we
dude.
don't have much on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I've been talking about how I wanted to do leagues. So I was like, okay, let me think of the kind of format I want to do it in, and you know the steps I want to take or whatever. And I wrote like a basic. This is gonna sound dumb. I wrote a basic script
not
for
dumb.
like introing and stuff.
Yeah.
To get ready to start doing that. So I'm hoping to start recording this week. I'm not gonna do lives because I don't want to figure out how to steal Tony's feed to go on to the paper player.
No,
So
I
I'm just gonna hand him over some VODs of
Yeah.
me playing Magic Online.
You ready to get
Yeah.
whooped this week?
By me? By you?
By me.
Where? When? What? What do you want to do?
When we start Jeff versus Jeff.
Yeah, we're gonna
What is
start Jeff
this?
for stuff pretty soon. It's once a week. You guys have to do a format of mine and Josh's choosing. We will just tell you what you're playing. You have
All
lead
cards
time.
that begin with L.
Yeah.
That's not a format. That's a
Yeah.
condition.
4 Llanowar
Yikes.
wastes.
Yeah.
As long as
I
you don't.
mean,
Well, actually, Momir's
vintage.
okay. If you make me play Momir, I'm fine.
It's just okay.
Vintage. And all cards have to begin with the letter L.
Sick, dude. Sick.
Lands included.
Hell yeah. And then
Great.
so JB's
Lyland.
prepping.
There we go.
Yeah, just do that. I wish there was a card called Lyland. It's not. This is not
I'm
really
just gonna
an island.
alter all of them and play on cam.
Here's the thing. It's not
Yeah.
an island. It taps for blue. It's not an island. It's a Lyland.
It taps for
Island.
lol.
He's lying.
I'm still saying that at Commander games. This is a Lyland. Do you have two? What do you got open? What do you have open for
Rar.
mana? I don't know. Just 2 Lylands. What are those? Produce 2 blue. Sit there with a color swirl, just sitting there looking in the air.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh? Did you play any Magic this week?
Bro, all right, so I went to Commander on Sunday at
Dude, you be getting
Mana
deep into
Vault.
that.
Huh?
You be getting deep into Commander.
That's because no one else will play Commander with me. None of my friends will play Commander with me. So I
All my stuff is in
Again,
boxes.
We have a day set up next week.
the last time we played Commander was like what, 4 months ago?
Yeah.
3.
3
Who's
months
counting?
ago? Right. Anyway, I went and played Mana Vault Sunday casual commander. And I had like made the decision that like I wasn't gonna come back from Vegas with the Lara Croft deck. I was like, I can't justify having this deck. Every time I play it, it doesn't really do anything. And like even like when I was in that pod, I was like, here, read my commander, it's bad. And then like everyone like was like, oh, a treasure token when it attacks, and I was like, yeah, this commander's bad. But I guess like the table I played with was all pretty like
Would you say casual?
sure, we were all pretty casual. There was uh Slimefoot was the what Alana's was playing, and then what was this guy playing? I don't remember.
Casual table.
It was a casual pod. I think
Yeah.
everyone was at like a very like similar. All the power levels were pretty
Solid
similar. Like
7.
everyone had like powerful cards, but no one was doing anything very powerful. But I got like I ended up getting like an walking ballista on the battlefield with like 12 counters. Pretty like on like turn 7, and then like kind of like was playing like machine gun like defense.
Yeah.
And then eventually the one guy like started like making moves, and then put me in a position where I had my Lara Croft hooked up with Lara Croft hooked up with uh Brotherhood Regalia. This is so I have my my Universes Beyond deck. My Lara Croft had Assassin's Creed attire with her Brotherhood Regalia, had a Pip Boy, Excalibur, and an Embercleave, which I was calling the Dark Saber. Or I had a chat with the other Tony, Antonio, and so I was like swinging for 20 some double or 12 double striking Lara Croft trample.
Yeah.
I had the guy when I flashed in the Embercleave to like kill the guy or whatever. Uh, I had I have the full art foil Embercleave, and when I flashed it in to kill the guy, I had the guy pick it up and read Embercleave. So like it made every bit of the $50 I paid for that card worth it. Because I didn't play that card in standard, so I didn't get to do that to anyone.
Oh, dude, it was so fun in standard.
That card was like a true beatdown. People
Oh,
got
Yeah, it always felt bad. It
salty.
was like, hey,
You
check
had
this
to
out.
always
It
block.
felt so
Yeah.
good. Oh, let me tell you, it felt so good to Embercleave
Yeah.
someone.
You're like dead. It's actually pretty good. I would say like that's a good designed EDH card because it actually closes out games quickly, and I think that's a good way to like one
Or
make
like,
you
it killed that
surprise
guy,
kill
and
somebody, and then yeah.
So that guy had killed one other guy, and then Alanis didn't have anything left. Or yeah, Slimefoot had nothing, no defense to kill Lara Croft.
Yeah.
With the Dark Saber and a Pit Boy.
Hmm.
And like I guess I should mention that like I had with the Pit Boy lets you untap a land, and
Yeah.
I had the Ixalan Talarian Academy.
Yeah, for sure.
So I like was generating like 30 mana. It was pretty busted. I had a lot of fun. So continue on and tell me about how casual I am.
We'll get there. I played Dual Commander.
Yeah, I
How
heard.
bad was it?
Well, I didn't pick like a meta
Dual.
deck.
I was like DUAL, like dual. You get to play 2 commanders and that.
No. 1v1
Partner?
commander. A lot of things are illegal, like Primeval Titan, and then a lot of things are not legal. It's a 20 life format. It's something that's introduced to Magic Online. That's fairly new. It's the top decks are pretty much all aggro because it's all singleton, and a lot of aggro cards all do the same thing. So I picked the Boros General that he's got hexproof from multicolor. So one of the main
And he
cards.
makes like the 4 ones, right?
Yeah, so all my cards are Boros colored, so I'm just jamming Boros colored cards like crazy. And then yeah, It's been a treat because I've just been it's best 2 out of 3, which is funny, and then I've been just beating people with Blood Moon. I played against a Soren deck and Blood Mooned him, and in my 99 didn't tutor for it, just had it both games, and that was it. That was been fun, but
Always had it.
it's funny because like everybody plays like Dismember and like Swords of Plowshares, and nobody's playing like Wrath because they were just kind of aggro. So I have this like 3-1 that they just can't deal with in an effective way. So it's like the one way he did have Vindicate and he got it with Vindicate, but it's pretty funny. And then making 4/4s ain't is no joke. Like they're for real. They're big dudes. So
Come on.
yeah.
Let's be
Especially
real.
when you only have 20
Moon-
life.
I was about to say Blood Moon was the real champ there.
Yeah,
The
it just
one
locked
every
him
game
out.
you played
Oh,
it.
oh yeah, I just played Blood Moon. So I played it. He beat me game 1 in a really long, strenuous game, and then game 2, I played Blood Moon, and he just was like, "Okay, I'm dead. Can't. There's not a single card I can cast." And then game 3, he had fetch lands and didn't go get basics, and I just had Blood Moon again. Like, I was like, Blood Moon, and he's like,
So it's best 2 out of 3.
yeah, I don't even know why they do it that way. It should just be best 1. I would prefer it to be best out of 1 because there's no sideboarding. So it's like just do 1 game. But I guess like I don't know. Tameo's a pretty big one because Tameo is a single blue, but it's technically color identity blue green. So it's like the best thing to do in that format because it's just effective on so many different fronts. Turn 1 Tameo, but
Not even Nadu.
not as bad.
Yeah.
So many of the cards that would make Nadu good are banned. Like you wouldn't want to play them, and they're just like, especially when you only have 20 life to play with. You don't have like Nadu works obviously in constructed because you have 4x of everything, but in that format you just don't. So, yeah. Jeff, did you get any Magic in?
Yep. I reconfirmed to myself that Legacy is a terrible format.
Yeah.
I played it a bunch.
Boo! Boo this man.
Yeah, Grief is gone, which is cool and everything, but like it just feels like black, blue, insert third color seems to be the format most of the time, at least in my experience. Even though
play with Grief.
Huh?
I'm
You didn't even play when Grief was around.
Yeah, I'm still confused on why you think it's any different than it used to be when Delver it's just blue plus 2 colors or 1 color.
Because there were still viable decks
Delver.
outside of that. It just
There
seems like
still
if you're
Days.
Yeah, it just feels like if you're not playing Days Frog, you're doing it wrong.
Well, I mean that's what everyone said for forever, right? It's always been played blue-red deck. Like
blue, brainstorm plus threat. That's it. Like brainstorm.
I also did play against a deck that on turn 1 plays the white creature that they use in the Nadu deck, where you pay 0 to target a creature to like prevent damage or whatever.
Yeah, Nomads Encore or whatever.
Yeah,
but they play that turn 1 and turn 2. They play this blue creature that when it becomes the target of a spell or ability, you mill 3 cards.
Oh, you have never played Legacy.
Breakfast,
you don't know that.
Yeah,
I've never played against that deck.
Cephalid Breakfast. They just
I've never played against that deck.
They Narcomoebas.
I don't want to hear any of your opinions on Legacy if you don't know what that deck is.
I played that deck like 3 years ago.
Know that deck.
Love that
deck's
deck.
from back from 2010, bro.
Yeah, it's been around forever.
I probably played against it back then, but I don't remember it. But I played against it once out of like the 30 matches I played, and it was interesting. I beat him, but
it's just funny that you come in here. It's just funny that you come in here and say Legacy is shit, and then you don't even know.
Yes, because that deck is bad.
Combo deck.
No,
it's been around forever, dude.
Cephalid Breakfast, it's still hanging on.
It's fine. Yeah, it's because
it was bad for a while, but it had a resurgence recently.
Yeah, it's big.
Nadu.
Yeah.
Like he milled himself and then played Dread Return, and I just got rid of the Thassa's Oracle, and then he couldn't win. Fairy Macabre can't counter it. Good luck.
Yeah.
But 90% of the time I was playing against either Frog or like Frog Reanimator. I did play against Show and Tell once, which was really random.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a very good
Show
match.
and Tell is Show and Tell is like a Delver deck. It'll always be good. That deck will stick. I have a negative win. I have a losing win rate against Show and Tell.
Is lands just not good anymore? Because like I said, I played 30 matches and I never saw that deck.
One, you played a bunch of matches in like
I
half your
played
matches
15 non-practice matches, JB. That is a lot playing 3 leagues.
Yes,
I
it is
understand what
not.
you're saying.
It is not that popular. It is nowhere near as popular as
No.
it was. So the reason why it was so popular before is because making a huge. Well, I shouldn't even say that. It got like 5% was its maximum. Like,
Yeah.
Well, it was at 10 at one point. I remember you like
it was
pointing it
never
out.
that high.
It was like there was a point where like green white was on the rise, but it was like
Yeah,
maybe
it was because you
4%.
pointed it out when we were looking at Legacy once. You're like, "Oh, look, lands. It's at 10%."
It was when Red White Initiative I think was dominating
Okay.
because you could just make a 20/20, and if they didn't have the answer immediately through Solitude or Swords, they lost.
Yeah.
And then
You're
you
just-
would just Swords their creatures.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, lands is on the downswing. That's fine. I mean, I picked up a bunch of cards for a bunch of beater decks this year, like I said, because I'm
It'll have
skipping
an
out on
upswing.
blue.
Yeah.
So it's like
Like the weather.
it's so it's fine. I can swap around on my decks that I play. The only thing I can't build, I think, is Eldrazi right now in terms of like good non-blue aggro decks.
Yeah,
I'm
The deck
missing
was
like
fun. Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed playing
Eye Boogans are
Eldrazi a
$100 a
lot.
pop.
Yep,
What?
that's why I will not buy it.
Yeah, I got
What
two
card?
Eye
What is
Boogans
$100?
$100. Eye Boogans.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're crazy. That's
yeah.
literally the
I
only
want
reason I
one-
can't
I
play the
need
deck.
one for EDH.
I have two.
That's a card I'll probably pick up in Vegas.
I also went to a comic book store today out in Manitowoc,
Hell yeah, dude.
and I love going to random stores that have Magic cards because their pricings are all over the
Terrible.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went through a binder and I was looking at. I saw they had slick shots in there on 3 different pages. One it was $15, another page it was $10, and the last one was $6.
Yeah.
And
Don't
I
need to be
picked up like
consistent.
a
Yeah.
Horizon Canopy for like $1, and they're like $5. But I
Mhm.
picked up a bunch of stuff for Pioneer because I'm gonna start getting Pioneer decks ready for next season because we're in Modern season right now. I do believe for RCQs.
Yeah, I think we're just the next round is everybody's saying Phoenix is the new
The new
thing.
boogeyman.
Yeah, since they just had some they just did some bannings too.
They got rid of
Pioneer.
Amalia and
Yeah.
one other card, I think.
Yeah, so Phoenix is big up there. Rakdos is the other big deck that's like still there, but
Bane
it's not.
Ripper, that's what it was.
It's not Rakdos like what you think it is. It's Rakdos with Monetary Swift Spear, Heartfire Hero, and Ember Heart Challenger. So it's mono. It's red aggro with black splashes for they finish like one shot. Yeah, like with that one stupid card.
Yeah, it's just mono. Like they don't even cast the black part of that card. It's one red fling. Well, it's not even fling because you deal the damage, or the creature deals the damage to the player, then you sacrifice it.
Yep, and then it's
so you don't lose it if they counter it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But yeah, that was my experience with Legacy.
Yeah, Legacy is a cool format. It's everybody's upset with the frog, but we just probably have to. I don't know if there's a way to balance it out really, because they've really made like the best reanimator target, which is Atraxa, just because that card you can pitch it to
hand.
you can pitch it to Force of Will. It has ETB. It doesn't draw cards, so it gets around like the anti-draw cards, and then like yeah, it's just the design of it's like really good. Like it's clearly pushed, but and then it's got vigilance too on top of it, so. You know, at least against like Grizzlebrand, you could like skull crack them for a turn and win. But the fact that they can attack for 7 and then like you can't prevent, like, even if you had a way to prevent the life gain, yeah, you just there's no swing back to get the win. You're like, okay, I guess I'm dead. So, yeah. And we'll get to Josh's deck, but I want to just rattle off a lot of things that you should be picking up in Duskmourn. I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen, but we're just gonna rattle off all the cards. First one's
this card.
Me too. Overlord of the Mistborns. I think this is the only Overlord that I like out of the cycle. This is just Grave Titan. It's white 5 for a 6/6, and then it has ETB. You make 2 whenever it attacks or enters. You get 2/2/1 white insect creatures with a token with flying, and then also has impending for a white 2, so impending 4. So you can actually get turn 4 make 2 insect guys. Then whenever it turns on, it's just Grave Titan. So. Card sick.
You really don't like the green one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I like the green one too.
Makes lands, dude.
Yeah, the everywhere lands or whatever.
Everything lands.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, it's like a nice way of trying to replicate Primal Titan without being Primal Titan.
I think it just replaces Topiary Stomper.
In
It's because it's three mana impending.
oh sure, yeah. That's right. I know that card's out of the format anyways, but if you like Grave Titans, which dude, EDH, if you want to close out a game quickly, like Grave Titan's one of those cards that does that.
Dude,
And then
I have a Grave Titan. I've never drawn it.
yeah, usually when you land it, like it's one of those cards that it's red alert for the table. Like we got to get this guy because he's gonna like just overwhelm us quickly, and it's just got a huge body. All right.
You know what also does a Grave Titan thing?
Go on.
Field of the Dead. That card's great.
I
Yeah,
have one of
people-
those.
Make a
And
million dudes.
The game that I won with Lara Croft, I had a Field of Dead. I only made one zombie with it, but I did have a
It was
trigger.
part of the
Did the
game
thing.
plan.
Yeah. The other
I
card I,
love
saw.
Split Up. That's
Yeah,
such
there's-
a cool card.
Yeah, it's good design, and I think you can quote me on this. This is going to be the White Cyclonic Rift because you are just going to get people after they've raged, attacked each other, and then when it's your turn and everybody else is tapped and all your things are untapped, you're just going to go boom.
It's a sorcery.
I know.
Yes,
Doesn't
you do it
matter.
on your turn.
Yeah, you do it on
after
your turn
every
when
other player's
everybody's stuff is
attacked and
tapped.
Commander.
Yeah.
Cyclonic Grip is a bad comparison.
No way.
What
dude.
he's saying
it's
is
so
that
cheap.
every
It's so
white
cheap.
deck will be playing Split Up just like every white deck plays Farewell.
Right. Okay.
It's just one of those things. It's like there's gonna be times where it's not great, but there's gonna be so many times where you just get people on it.
Yeah.
And
The value on it is so crazy in EDH.
oh yeah, and you can also like politic a little bit. Like I want to attack with all your creatures. It's just some of them because this is coming, and it's like one of
We're
those
on
cards.
turn 3. You
Yeah.
better look out.
Oh, you played all your you tapped all your mana dorks. Boom. Yeah, you're gonna.
Womp womp.
That's gonna get some salt for sure. Like that card. Entity Tracker, which is just a enchantress, but it's blue, so it's blue 2 for a 2/3 with flash, and then it has Eerie, which the keyword Eerie is whenever an enchantment or you unlock fully unlock a room, draw a card. So it's similar to Eidolon of Blossoms. You can now go instead of just being green white, you can go into Bant. Yeah, so I think that's the big
And
one.
it has flash.
Yeah, surprise! End of turn, bring that thing in. So, the only downside it's not an enchantment itself, but neither is Argothian Enchantress, Mason Enchantress, for like Verduran Enchantress. All those guys are not enchantments themselves. But yeah, also is the ETB not cast, so you can do some pretty good tricks with it. Enduring Curiosity, if you like Coastal Piracy, which a lot of people do, this is just Coastal Piracy on a creature, and then it has the Glimmer ability where if they die, they return to the battlefield under its owner's control as an enchantment, not a creature. So it's you'll be able to splash in a Coastal Piracy and draw a bunch of cards, and then it's got a little bit of wrath proof in the sense of it can't die to just dies to removal. It has to either die twice or be exiled. So I think that card's sick. Come Back Wrong. This is the card that was pretty controversial because people were like, "No, you don't get my commander." This is one of the few cards that you can successfully take your opponent's commander because of the clause of how it works. So you can steal your opponent's, I don't know, Galtas and get them with it. Do stuff like that. So I like that card for that design. Yes, give me your stuff. Doomsday Excruciator. That's the one of the first cards they premiered, which is 6 black mana pips. So yes, total of 6 mana, but black. It's a flyer, and then it has when it ETBs. Each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of your library, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card. So this is a good way to ruin your EDH pods. Like you go, I gotta go. My mom's here. I gotta get picked up. Play this card, and that speeds up. Speeds up
This
pretty
card
quick.
has 6/6/6 on it.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
That was calculated.
Yeah.
I know.
You just got to play this card alongside cards like Font of
Doomsday.
Mythos. No, Font of Mythos, Howling Mine, because so they all draw their deck before you do. Yeah, because when you play this, they'll be the first one to get the effect. So if you have Font of Mythos, they're going to draw 3, bringing them down to 3 cards. So you need one more additional card for them to draw. Maybe this is JB. This is a card for you. You can play this, and then Everybody goes around the table. You'll be at 2 cards left in your library because when you get the effect from him itself, and then you'll play Temple Bell. And once everybody gets down to 0 cards, you go ring a ding
Oh
ding.
baby,
Just get everybody with
I
that
like
card.
that.
Yeah, so it's gonna probably have the same salt feel as Armageddon, just because it makes the game.
Game ruiner.
Yeah, it's a game ruiner. So people are like, "Oh, this is not fun." And I don't know if you know this about Black, but they have really good rituals to just pump things in. During Tenacity, just another card that you can combo with Exquisite Blood. There's already Sanguine Bond. It has the same ability, but it says it's a creature that has it, and then also when it dies, it comes back as an enchantment. So, see, it's actually one less than Sanguine Bond too. So, if you need more Exquisite Blood targets, this is an auto include. So we have Funeral Room and Awaken Hall. This is one of those rooms. The design of rooms, I don't like how they look. Like they kind of suck.
They look weird.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the way they just
Like them.
yeah, there's just something like the
I,
way that
I like
yeah
enchantment.
yeah. My
That's
biggest
like
gripe with
they're
it,
like.
yeah,
I think for like the next like couple years, we're gonna like you should be getting used to seeing horizontal cards because like they've done everything with vertical cards.
yeah, we've had instants and sorceries that were the primarily one. We haven't had a creature that's done that yet, and then obviously artifact, which you could all make
I
the
mean,
ability
technically,
now.
we did with melding.
Melding, I guess when you
The back sides were
yeah,
sideways.
that's fair enough. Like for
That
the
was more
6,
like two-sided.
yeah,
Fair.
but
But like I get what you're saying. You're not wrong either.
I don't like that they're not centered. It really
It's
infuriates
very
me
weird.
because they have to make enough text for
Yeah, the
the
bottom.
yeah. It's just like they're
It's
just
a
ugly.
door. It's not supposed to be centered.
I don't like that they're enchantments.
Yeah, I don't mind. That. Well, anyways, this one is Funeral Room.
It's a room. That doesn't feel like an enchantment to me.
Yeah, they're just practicing subtypes of things without adding more things to make go broken.
I
You
mean,
know
we
what I'm
already
saying?
added battle, so why
Yeah,
not just make a room its own thing?
yeah. I don't know if they'll ever. Well, they did do yeah, they did battles, and those kind of stunk. But Funeral Room is 2 and a black for an enchantment, and whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So insert into all Blood Artist style decks, and then it has Awakening Hall, which is to unlock it is black 6. So when you've done that, when this door unlocks, return all creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's like this nice self-contained combo where you sack all your creatures to do a Blood Artist style effect, and then when you have the mana, you bring them all back, and then resack them again. So
Do it again.
yeah, it's
I definitely need this card.
yeah, I'm not sure if it's overkill on Blood Artist effects, but I think we have like 9 now, so I think we're good. I don't know if we need any more.
Come on, let's keep going.
I need them all.
All right,
I want a deck
Leyline
of nothing but blood artists that
yeah.
can't trigger off of anything real. Just
Leyline
nothing
of
but blood artists.
Renaissance, or is it Resonance? Red
Resonance.
2. Yep.
Do you know what Residence is?
As
The
far as-
resonance frequency.
yeah, I was gonna say, based on the art, it's like some kind of wave. But yeah,
Resonates.
it has the Leyline clause, so it can start in
Vibration.
you can start right on the battlefield at the beginning of the game, and then whenever you cast an instance or sorcery spell that only targets a single creature you control, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So we went over that combo last week, but people are like, "This is gonna turn to win games." It's not. Chill.
I mean, it is. But
It's just you're talking Yahtzee here. I agree. If you Yahtzee, you get there, but yeah.
Not any different than what the game already is.
Yeah, fair enough. Razorkin Needlehead. This is like just another version of Shieldred / Orchestra Master. During your turn, it's for red. It's a 2/2 with first strike, and then whenever your opponent draws a card, it deals 1 damage to them. So you don't have the Orchestra Master attacks where it has to be like beyond their first draw step. So it's just Underworld Dreams in that sense. And then also it probably will pair well with Shieldred. I'm working on a modern deck that plays this card, Orchestra Master, Underworld Dreams, and Shieldred. And the rest of the other cards are for Wheel of Fates, for Reforge the Soul, and the entire deck is just see how many times you and I can draw a lot of cards. So,
Wheel of Misfortune was out of the Commander Legends, right?
I think
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah. I looked for all the wheel effects. I might have to make it blue because you get time twisters and stuff like that. But we have Enduring Vitality, which is green 1, which creatures you control add one color or have tap add one. They all become Birds of Paradise, and it has the Glimmer Claws on it. This is amazing for token decks because you go from 6 mana, and if you have 9 tokens, then you go from
Busted.
1,000,000 mana. So
I need one of these.
yeah, that's a good one to pick up. Head Shredder, I like this card. This is the big
That's so
crab combo
Is-
card.
Man, he missed a meme, bro. You gotta put it next to a ledger shredder and be like, when's Wizards gonna finish the cycle?
Yeah, how many Shredders are there? Yeah, I should have done that. Tyvar the Pummeler. This is a pretty easy one for Elf decks. You just get the pump mana into this card and win the game. This is insert Zuri number 2, the Zuri number 3, whatever it is. But you just get to keep pumping your team, and then it actually has a tap clause to make it indestructible. So you can tap another creature, and then it taps itself to give it indestructible. But the part that I like about this card is it's not tapped to give your creatures. It's just green 3 activate. So in Elf decks, they just go through
Oh, like a Zuri that is a Zuri.
yeah, it's
Oh,
a
that's
Zuri
good.
number
That's
2.
good.
Yeah, that's you're gonna want that. Walk-in closet. And Forgotten Cellar, which is a room. So the first side is green and 2, and it's a walk-in closet. All it is you may play lands from your graveyard. So for those Crucible of World and what's the Ronus guy? Who's the 2/3?
Dude, this card is busted. This
That's good.
is
Isn't it Rona
Yawgmoth
Scavenger or
will.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Yawgmoth will, bro. This card is dumb.
Yeah, the other side is Yawgmoth's Will. So when you unlock it for green 3, whenever you unlock this door, you may
Card
cast
is
spells from your
busted.
graveyard this turn, and if cards would be put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, exile them. So,
Card is absolutely busted.
yeah,
This card is legacy playable.
it's pretty
you
close.
can't.
At
So you
5?
can't just cast the right half, right?
No, you have to go. It's
Yeah,
8
you
mana
can.
total. No, you can't. You have to unlock
Like-
the room. Oh, wait, you
Yeah,
may
because
cast
you cast the
yeah.
room.
No, I think Josh is right. You may cast either half. That door unlocks on the back.
You may cast
that-
either half. That door unlocks
So
one
if you just
ETB.
pay 5, you get this
Right.
enchantment that
Yeah,
gives
it's
you
just
that ability.
ETB.
All right.
This is legacy playable.
5 mana is a lot.
And it's
So wait,
green.
did I misread these? These go both ways, so you can unlock the.
Yes. You can do
Either
either
side.
first, and then in order to get the
Oh.
other side, you got to pay to do the other thing.
Bro,
Wow.
did you know you own a Magic the Gathering podcast?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That makes these. That kind of brings these way up. Okay.
Yeah, it's like split cards, but you can cast the other side at a
I'm
different
just trying
time.
to think of how you would abuse that in Legacy.
I don't know, but
Because, like,
I
why
just-
wouldn't you
I
just
know
cast
that
Past in Flames? Isn't it
Yawgmoth
cheaper?
will.
Because
I
passive
just
flames
know
can
you-
only target instants
Yeah,
and
you
sorceries.
can't get back.
This
You can't get
this
back
can
Oh,
kill
that's
LEDs. You
spells.
can't get back.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, Lotus Petal.
yeah, those are the big
This
ones.
is anything. This is anything.
Wow. Was there a deck for a while that was playing Gaia's the
Blessing.
suspend one?
Suspend
Yeah,
one.
the suspend one.
There was, yes.
Okay,
It's like it was
Yeah,
bad,
but you
though.
cheated into it, so it's
right. That's what I'm asking.
different.
So this one you can just get 1 Manamorphose and you have your double green, and you're like, I don't need this anymore. Yeah. Okay, that's I'm with Josh. I think this is legacy
maybe there's
playable.
the world.
Yeah. 5 mana is not tough, right?
Well, what I'm saying is, if you're doing that, you're just going to be doing like LED wheel stuff, right?
But this is like Underworld
All right,
Breach. It's like 3
There's
more mana than
something.
Underworld
There's
Breach.
something. Yeah, there's
No,
something there.
you
I
play
don't
this and
know,
you
but I'm confident.
Yeah, you play this and then all you do is you brain freeze yourself one time and that's it. Game's over.
Well, you have to do that before playing this.
Right. Well, I'm saying you could even the fact that this is an enchantment. So when you unlock this door, so you have to hold on. When you unlock this door, you make so what does that mean?
Unlock.
It's
Only
saying
when you
that because
unlock.
this is
So
a
you have to go
singular
from left
ability
to right.
versus a static ability.
Right. It's
That-
because it's enchantment is so you can't. It's not Underworld Breach is how.
Yeah, it's like so it's not a
it's
permanent
like-
ability. That's why
right.
it's saying when you unlock the door.
So when you
If you
spend
read
the
the reminder
Right,
text,
so-
it says you may cast either half. That
Right.
door unlocks on the battlefield.
Yeah, as it
Right.
comes in, it
Instead of
unlocks.
Okay.
unlock this door, read it as when this ETBs. Read it that
Yeah.
way.
Oh damn! This okay. Okay.
You can only pick one at a time.
Gotcha.
Well, you can do both in the same turn if you pay.
Yeah.
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 And then is it possible to have both of them activated at the same time or no?
Like if
Yeah.
you pay 5
Yeah,
and play this, and then
Yeah,
pay
you pay
3
3.
mana after it enters the battlefield, yes.
Okay,
They
gotcha.
made it clear that you can't cheat. You have to pay the mana to do it, or you can't
Gotcha.
cheat them.
Until they make
Gotcha.
a loot that is a key to everything and it unlocks doors for
Oh.
1 mana.
Wow. All right. I think Forgotten Soul is probably solid.
How does
Keep-
Cascade work with the rooms?
The left half, I think.
Arabella, the
I
Abandoned
think
Doll.
No, it's the total mana cost of both.
Yeah, those
combined.
things those got reworked with they
That's right.
cast with Dragon's
Which
Maze
is why
actually got that.
Fire Ice is good in all those decks where you cascade.
Yeah, well, it used to not be. It used to be. It used to.
Well, that's what
you
I'm
would hit-
saying.
Yeah,
Because now you just dodge Fire Ice.
there was a card
it's
in
good.
Dragon Maze that got that rule changed, which was like blue green make. It was Glimpse of Nature.
call.
Yeah, Beck and Call, and then the other side was 6 mana, 6 mana make 4/1/1 birds, and because it had the fuse ability, you could fuse it by casting it right away. So you just cascade, draw 4 cards, get 4/1/1 flyers.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. Arabella, the Abandoned Doll, which is red and white for a 1/3, and then it has text that says whenever it attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. I can't imagine Krenko decks that are like Boros space decks that are tokens based, not just auto playing this, because it just has to attack and then everybody loses their life. So I like this card a lot. This could be also standard playable with just like a super low to ground.
It fits in the Convoke deck.
Yeah. Just a thing that makes your unlocks 1 cheaper and your enchantment spells cost 1 cheaper. It's blue and white for a 2/3 Glimmer. You now have your 5-color enchantment deck here. This is the card that you can tap to lock or unlock a door as of a target room you control.
Oh, so they do already have a thing that does that.
Yeah.
Got
And
it.
then when it ETBs, you look at the top 7 cards and put all enchantments from among them into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in any random order. So, yeah. I like that card. If you're a 5-color enchantment enthusiast, this is your general. Marvin, Murderous Mimic, 2 mana for a 2/2 that is basically it's Necrotic Ooze, but the cards have to be on the battlefield. So it gains all activated abilities of creatures that don't have the same name as this creature. I don't know why they did that. Like there must have been some like kind of coding error where they're like
flavor.
Yeah. Ghost Vacuum. I wonder, JB, you might know this because you are a more avid Urza Saga player, if this is going to get played, but it's 1, so you can grab it with Urza Saga, and it has just tap, exile target creature, exile target card from a graveyard, which is great already right there, and then it's got 6 tap, sacrifice Ghost Vacuum, put each creature card exile with Ghost Vacuum on the battlefield under your control with a flying counter on it. Each of them are a 1/1 spirit in addition to their other types. Activate only as a sorcery.
I don't think so. I think the 6 ability is just too expensive most of the time.
Okay.
For any Urza Saga deck.
Yeah.
And on top of that, usually if you're going to get something that messes with the graveyard, it has the alternate option of messing with the entire graveyard rather than just a single card.
Yeah, so you have like the options for Urza Saga decks right now are Nihil Spellbomb, Relic of Progenitus, which also gets your graveyard if your graveyard matters.
And you draw a card.
Yep, Tormod's
Important.
Crypt, and the Soul Guide Lantern.
And I think
And
all of
Grafdigger's
those.
Cage.
Yeah.
I think all of those are better options than
I
this.
don't think anyone plays Grafdigger's Cage anymore.
Yeah, that one's I haven't seen that one in a hot minute.
Dude, one time someone got me with a Meek Stone. They got a Meek Stone off of a Urza Saga, and I was like, what the hell is this?
No, like, hang on, like that's hot right now with the cat deck, or with the stupid cat, the Ocelot Bride.
Yeah. Meekstone?
Yeah, it blew me away. I was like, oh my god, Meekstone. But yeah, I just think there's better versions of this in Legacy already, and I don't think the 6-mana thing that you're going to do very rarely is going to impact the game enough to want to
Yeah.
switch out to something else.
I know Unlicensed Hearse is playable in both Pioneer well, it was when it wasn't Standard, it was good. And that one got 2 target cards. That was actually like a big deal because you could actually eat someone's graveyard and then it became a win condition.
Yep.
This one's like solid against.
Well, I was
I
about
don't
to
know.
say in like I don't know if it'll do anything in Modern. I don't think it's good for Legacy.
Yeah, sure.
I think there's better options.
And then the land, the entire Verge cycle, which I'm showing on the screen right now, which is Flood Farm Verge, which is a land, and then it comes into play untapped. There's no clause for it. It always taps for a white, and then it has the ability to tap for a blue. If you can only activate that if you have a plains or an island. So I think these are just yeah.
I
So
wish
they made a 20 land cycle is what they did.
Yep.
I wish they would have had the types on it.
Then they would self-recognize themselves.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Another. Put another in there.
Sure. I mean, we all want fetchable lands. We get it. This is, you know what I'm going to say about this? I love these because I like having to cut. Like, I build EDH decks that have no search in them, and this gets me to cut gates.
Yeah, it
And
cleans it out.
it like I get to bring in real like better cards.
Gates are okay.
When are we gonna get the other 15?
I don't think we need the other 15 to do that. And
I
then
think we do.
Valgavoth's layer, which is enchant land. It has hexproof, and then when it enters the battlefield tapped. As it enters, choose a color, and then obviously it has tap 1 mana of the chosen color. The only thing that this is relevant for, and I don't know if Enchantress has any interest in this at all, but it is an enchantment like triggering ability, so it can ETB trigger. Yeah,
draw a card and have a land.
Well, like Argothian, Mesa, and all those, they say when you cast like Enchantress Presence, you have to cast the enchantment to get the ability. So this doesn't cast. So I don't know how many ETBs matter for enchantments, but if they do, this is the card that you want. And obviously, this whole set has a theme of Eerie, and so that's like an auto include in all your Eerie decks because you just get a land that triggers your cards. So yeah, that's it.
This card is okay at best.
Yeah, I like that it's got hexproof.
I think if it didn't come into play tapped, like yes, obviously it would make it better. I don't think it'd be busted.
It'd be pretty good, dude.
It's a single color land.
Yeah, they already have those right now in standard. Like it's like the Murex does that, where it adds a color and then the future.
Well,
turns
there's
it
also the other one where you ping yourself when you tap it, but it comes in, you pick a color, or if it's
Grand Portal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's a world where I wouldn't want to, or I'd play this over basics, and I'm sure there is.
In like with the design
Modern
it has
and
now.
Legacy. Yeah. Well, no, with what you're proposing with the not entering tapped.
This gets blood mooned.
Yeah, I know, but
and in Legacy this gets wastelanded. Or no, it doesn't.
No, it does not, and that's why I was like, it's not that bad.
In hexproof.
It does if you have that black enchantment out that Tony didn't talk about.
Which one?
2 mana, target creature gets -3/-3. Hexproof and ward abilities don't trigger.
Oh, funny.
Is this the end of the list?
Yeah, that's it.
Like, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Is it? There's you missed the $5 uncommon too.
Is that the black enchantment?
Yeah.
The one I just said.
No, it's not an enchantment. No, it's not an enchantment.
What are you talking about?
It's an instant.
What does it do?
Exile target enchantment.
Oh, that card?
What?
Do you think? Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. That's the 3 mana Doomblade / exile or destroy target enchantment for black.
$5. $5.
That's
3 mana. That's a lot of mana.
Right now,
it goes in every single EDH deck.
Every single black EDH deck, yeah.
Yep.
Because it's destroy your commander, destroy your Rix's study.
Yep.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm with you on that. I agree. I forgot about that. Yeah.
That card will be worth more than most of the rares in the set.
Okay.
I feel like you missed a decent amount of cards, but
Name them off. Tell me what they are. I'm all
I
ears.
think the red one should have been on there. That when it dies or when it deals damage,
The
or
Glimmer?
takes damage, and you deal damage to a player, they can't gain life the rest of the game.
Yeah, that was
the
probably
It's
needle.
not
I thought we
stipulated on
talked
it
about that.
staying on the field.
No,
The Needlekin guy.
no,
I
not
think
him.
that card will see a lot of play.
Yeah, I
Also,
like that card.
Pyroclasm is going to see a lot of play.
Yeah, that card already existed though. I want to talk about new cards. Like that's going to be great
No,
for
that's fair.
standard. Yeah, I know which card you're talking about. That's the we talked about that like weeks
Pyroclasm
ago.
has always seen play in standard. Every
Yeah,
single standard has been in.
It's a good way to reset stuff too, and now it's being introduced into Pioneer. So like all the Convoke decks, you can like just splash right and just completely house them because they usually get under you, and then you're kind of screwed because they usually get like a Loxodon down, and then you're like, shit, I can't. I have to have Wrath or else.
So I love that I play mono red because all of my stuff has prowess, so it just
Yeah.
gets out of the range.
Is there a lot of life gain in standard right now? I guess
Yes.
Atraxa. That's a big one.
There's Atraxa, there's Archangel, there's the 4-mana Elk. There's a bunch.
Yeah. Okay.
There's also Aclazot. He has lifelink.
Yep. All right.
Trust me, I know all about the life game.
And this ruins my day. Yeah. And then what was that black card called? Is it an actual and uncommon? Find it.
Yes, it's
Yeah, there it is.
uncommon.
Yeah, Withering Torment. Destroy target
Yeah,
creature
5
or
bucks.
enchantment. Yeah, stupid. You can right now for $1.80, but still, it's gonna be while you're cracking packs, you'll get this, and
Right,
then
while you're cracking backs.
it's like Fatal
Like,
Push. It's like one of those things where it's like
Or
it's
look up Fell the Profane.
what's it called?
Fell the Profane. This is a card that's been out for like 6 months now.
$2.
$2.
Also a
So
land.
that's your $2.
The sink into Stupor is more. This one's like $6. Yeah, it's got that clause where you don't counter the spell. You can just throw it back in their hand, which is all you'll need. And then obviously it being a land, an untapped land is enough. So all the frog decks play this.
You should look up that 1-mana counter spell from this set.
You can also save your own spells too.
What the hell is it called? It's the one where it's counter target activated ability or triggered ability or colorless spell.
Oh, the Consign of Memory.
Yeah.
Inside the
card's-
memory, I have one. I saved it, or like I sold a bunch of them because they were. I couldn't turn down $6 on that, but I kept one. I have one left.
Yeah, this is the card that's the glue that's keeping Modern together.
So
Like legit.
I had Chalice out on one, and I casted the 7-mana Eldrazi that when you cast it, you destroy or exile a permanent or non-land permanent that is one or more colors.
Yeah.
So my opponent casts this into Chalice, but replicates it because the replicate doesn't cast.
It's not cast. It's just put on.
And
the
used
stack.
that to counter the creature's ability.
Pretty nice.
No, I disagree. That should not be a thing.
Replicate? That's like why people play Shattering Spree for a while, because against those types of like lock mechanisms, you're like, well, I'll just play Shattering Spree and get you. So, all right. On to Jeff's. All right. It is Josh Cashwell.
We gotta fix his fucking mana base.
We're not fixing Dick. I like where he's at.
I'm not putting any mana into the money into the mana base.
Yeah,
that's why I.
Doesn't matter. I'm just saying get rid of black.
So you have the
I'm
five.
not getting rid of black either.
You have the 5-color Eldrazi deck, right? And you have Ugin in there, and then it looks like your deck is a bunch of Eldrazi's and different variations and sizes, and then you have ways to make them cheaper, and then you have the big boys, which are Kozilek, Ulamog. So you have all 5 of those, and then Realm Walker.
You're missing Nulamog.
I'm missing Nulamog and
But you have it on this list.
Okay.
That's not Nulamog.
That's the newest
Starting with this creature base, I want you to tell me
That's
which
Ulamog the Defiler. Nulamog is
which
other-
creatures are sticking out here that don't look like they belong. Tell me.
not here.
Marin.
Marin
Everyone
Marin's pretty
says that.
rough.
No
and
one
Realm
reads.
Walker. 3
No
cards.
one reads.
Realm
no one
Walker's a
reads
good
the-
one. I don't
I
care
don't
what you
care
say.
what it says. It just doesn't look like it
But,
belongs
like,
in this list of giant
Yes, I get it.
or
But
scary
experience
monsters.
counters, but like, are you gaining anything else from Marin? Like, does her other ability ever really trigger? Because you have such big dudes, and like they all shuffle in.
Even if I get like any of the like
Get
the
that out of here. Yep, that's cool.
spawn gang commander or the brood mother or the other any of the dudes that bring dudes with them, any of the token makers, because like
Thinking of Stupor gone. Beast Within gone.
those are lame. Hang on,
Fellow Profane
Beast
gone.
Within is gone. Hang on, that's I haven't updated it. There's Beast
Okay, so
Within
take
is
Beast
gone, but it's
Within
been
out of here.
replaced
Hit
with
that little
something.
X button on it. Look at
I
that
think it
cleared
got
out.
replaced with.
Oh, you can't remove it. Dang.
No, it's his list.
It's my list, yeah.
Impact Tremors. Why?
I mean, Impact Tremor seems weird, but whatever.
A lot of stuff makes Eldrazi spawns. Is probably why.
Yep.
But I could buy that being an Eldrazi card because the idea of them slamming down on the ground
Yeah,
causes
impact.
impact tremors. I'm in for
Right.
that.
Are you basing the theme of this deck? Is that what's going on here?
Yes, it's all
Yeah.
themed. So that's
And,
why
like-
those creatures need to leave immediately.
Those are there for the commander.
I
for
don't
the
care.
experienced
It
commanders.
doesn't matter.
When Josh
like,
has the
experienced
theme
commanders.
deck, he doesn't follow the same rules as you, JB.
Yeah.
If you cannot spin how those are Eldrazi, they don't belong here.
It's not. It's the Eldrazi deck. And like the landscapes are in there. There's like a flesh striker.
God, I need like 6/3 Tree Cities. Oh, I hate it.
I'm missing the summer one.
I've got a foil one, JB. You can have
How much are they?
like
Like
25 or some shit.
All right, we'll trade. I want that because which type is it?
It's just the regular one.
Okay, let me look. I gotta figure out if I want something else for the elves deck.
It's it's just the foil one. Josh has it. It was.
No, I gave it back to you. Didn't I?
No, you didn't. Remember,
yeah,
I told
so
you I didn't have a way to grab it.
My
I
instant
said I would
criticism.
just grab it from EDH.
No, hang on. You came with me
boy.
to F&M.
Yes, and you tried to pull it out, and I didn't have my bag was in the back, and I said, "Just hold on to it. I will grab it at EDH."
Oh God.
I'm gonna go look at my bag to make sure that it's there.
Okay.
Because
I
don't.
swear to God,
have
I
it.
gave it to you.
Whatever.
But anyways, the
biggest
rest of the
problems.
creatures seem fine.
I am a I like my casual decks. I just think you should go hard on the theme, and I think you should drop those creatures. I think you should drop Demonic Tutor, and I think you should drop Beast Within and Stink into Stupor. Sink into Stupor.
Yeah, cards are great.
Get all
Obviously,
these out of here.
always throw the Mana Crypt in there. Always have the Soul Ring. Always have.
Well, yeah, whatever. I could be mad about those all day long, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah,
I put those in here because like
You need them.
they're okay in here.
You're playing. Well, you're also
What do you
just
mean they're
playing
okay?
big.
They're okay in every deck ever.
Yeah, it's pretty fair. I mean, this is like your creatures are like
It's very important.
You're
They're
like
very expensive.
this is like a
Thought
5.
Not Tears. Thought Not Tears, the weakest card in the deck, I think, right now.
See,
Yeah.
Glimpse the Unthinkable. I'm okay with that red card.
Yeah, it makes it Eldrazi.
Glimpse the Impossible because he's just like freaking out.
What makes
He
it?
sees the
It makes it
Eldrazi, he's
Eldrazi.
freaking out. He does.
Glaring
Oh, yeah.
Fresh Taker. Go to that card. Scroll up. Glaring Flesh Raker.
What about it?
This
Whenever
card.
you cast color spell, you get a 0/1
That's-
Eldrazi, and then whenever you
That's what the Legacy
Oh,
Eldrazi
okay.
deck is based around. Is that card?
that card's great, dude.
You play
Really?
this,
I
and then you
didn't-
play a bunch of Kozilek's Command, and you kill your opponent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Kozilek's Command's good.
Let's go. Yeah, you need to get those in there. Do you have that in there? You need
Yeah,
Kozilek's
right
Command.
there, next in between
Yeah,
the.
No, sorry,
empties.
Kozilek's return. You're missing the Kozilek's return.
Return. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
Kozilek's return.
Kozilek's Return. Oh, that's
Yeah,
the red
The
one.
red devoid one.
Yeah, I don't have that.
All right. I give this deck a 5.
I mean, that's fine. I wasn't trying to make
No,
it.
I just
This deck
If
started
you-
as like a meme because I opened the commander and I was like, oh, okay, I could build this deck. And then like I just casually built it.
If you remove those creatures and those couple of spells, it's a 9 in
Nope.
my heart.
yeah.
I think we've determined you're a casual, though.
Yeah, you're casual. All right.
Oh yeah,
I'll
for
be
sure.
I'll be right back, guys. You guys discuss Jeff versus Jeff and how you guys are gonna fight every week. Josh, tell them what the format is.
I was gonna say nobody told
Every
me
card is
anything.
vintage, but every card in your
No,
deck has to
that
begin
does
with
not.
L.
That is
That's
not.
not a format. That's a stipulation. You have to pick a format.
Vintage, but every card begins with L.
Then it's just vintage. That would be the challenge. And JB,
Nope.
have you not looked at the chat in the last 2.5 weeks?
Hell
Because
no.
I've mentioned Jeff versus Jeff like multiple times.
I'm
right.
standing by my guns. You guys have to
Down
play
for it.
vintage with only cards that begin with L.
No. That is
We
not.
can play vintage. I don't want to play vintage, but we can.
Okay.
Are we sharing deck lists?
no,
Are we just showing up?
Kamigawa block popper tiny leaders.
That's not a real format.
Yes, it is.
No.
Uh-huh.
Show me more
There's
than
like a
10 deck
subreddit.
lists that aren't like.
There's a subreddit.
Oh my god, I hate Reddit.
Kamigawa block.
So vintage. I don't know. Would you
No,
want to share?
But all the cards begin with L.
No.
I think
Anyway,
it'd be more
JB.
fun to
No,
just show up.
The viewers want you to play only cards that begin with
So you want us to
Kamigawa-
show up
look,
and like not
Kamigawa
even tell,
block
because we could
popper
say
tiny
like
leaders.
what type. We could say what type of deck we're playing. Like I could be like, I'm playing Burn, but I could not share my list. But or if you think it's more fun to just show up, we can do that.
Just show
too.
up with a deck.
All right.
If you want to come with blue, black, green.
Yeah, I like that format. Is
That's
that you guys
fine.
can
If
play
or
any
red.
deck you want. The format is just show up with a deck.
Yep. Show up with any deck.
That's not what he's saying, Josh. He's saying we don't tell
No,
each
that-
other what deck
that's
we're
what I'm
playing for
saying.
vintage.
No, you don't have
Yeah,
to. It's
Super
a secret. You
Senkai.
can show up with any deck and like any.
I'm not
cards are
playing.
real.
That's the one format I refuse to play.
Super
And you can
Senkai.
show up with any cards, and any cards are real. So like,
You
if
can't
you
play
like,
them on Moto, so
I don't give a fuck. Slap each other.
this is on Moto that we're doing this, so it has to be in correlation and being able to be played on there. I'm
Yes,
sorry
dude,
that
I
you
like
don't
it.
listen. We're trying to explain this. This is content.
I never
is
said that
content.
I wanted to listen. All right, here we
That's
go.
fair.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
Podcasters room.
You will not
Oop.
link me anything. I am going
Oh.
to delete that out of the podcasters room the second you post it. So,
Pace.
vintage will be our
Enter.
first week.
Oh,
We'll work out the
Kamigawa
details on
block
when to
popper
play.
tiny leaders. That's the format you guys are playing.
I'm not
Well-
playing that format.
I like how we ask him for a format. He says vintage, but then a bunch of stipulations, and we're like, all right, we're playing vintage, and he's like, wait, no, hold on.
No,
JB,
I
when are
said
you off
alright.
this week?
I said
Uh,
vintage with only cards that play.
Or
begin with
correction,
L.
when are you
Talk-
free at night this
Yeah, I was
week?
about to say.
What
talk
do
to
the
me later.
comments say in the chat? What does chat say?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Great. That tells you. That goes to show how many people listen to us.
That's
We
fine.
had like 30, like, what was that, last week or the week
Oh,
before?
but- oh God, if it was last week, I feel terrible
Yeah,
for him.
30 people just listening to Tony.
I have a misprint vexing bobble.
Nice.
Um,
But yeah,
What
so
did-
my idea is that if we tell each other,
what we're playing, we could practice for it.
If you
I get
show
what
me
you
yours,
get.
I'll show me
Yeah.
you. If you
I
show
think
me
it's more
yours, I'll
fun
show you
that we're
mine.
just both trash at certain formats. We're just
I will
bad.
be at vintage, I promise you that.
I know you will be. I'm gonna stomp you. I at least have some experience. The Tigers like to play vintage a lot, so
I've
get
watched them
reps
play
with decks.
vintage a lot.
I get
but-
reps with decks and stuff because they'll just be like, here's Oko Oath, and here's Jewel.
I'm just gonna play Manaless Dredge.
Manaless Dredge. That's the worst. Why wouldn't you
I
just
know.
play
Well, yeah, because you want Bizarre.
Yeah, Bizarre. Bizarre's just too good. But yeah, so that's the idea is that so what, are we both gonna record our
So-
sides or what?
You honestly, we would only need one recording as long as we're like
No, I
actively
like the
talking to
idea.
each other.
I like the idea that you can watch Jeff or Jeff.
I mean, we could if
Like we upload
if
both
someone has
videos.
the video skill or video editing skills, you can do it. So you could edit it so
You
like
could see both.
your cards would be at the top and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too stupid for that right now. I mean, I can look
Same.
into it. Because essentially all you'd have to do is we'd start recording at the same time, line it up, and then I would like sync it. But I'm not gonna do that. You'll either get to watch my point of view or his point of view.
That's fair. We could do that.
It's Jeff versus Jeff. You got to pick one or the other.
It's always come to this, I feel like, because we've had so many like segments that involve me versus you, and just we're finally actually going to play against each other.
No, we did in like modern and stuff. It's fine.
But I mean, like a segment that involves us actually, because it was always like we had to pick a card and like stuff like that,
and argue with one another.
Yeah,
that's right. Oh man, I love it.
I still like for other content ideas. I really, really like the idea of standard throughout the ages, where we pick like a time period for standard and play like decks from that format.
Yeah.
Like you could do like 96 or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then just go look up. Well, how do you look up deck lists for that?
It wouldn't be that hard.
I mean, I guess you just look at what was legal and you make a deck.
I mean, if you look at what's legal at the time, it probably would be pretty. And you could always just watch all the world
right.
World Championships and Pro Tours.
Bloom. I'm just gonna play Frost Bloom. You'll just play mono
I really
red
just want to play
like every
original
time.
Zendikar standard.
I know you do.
So good, dude.
I mean,
Lorwyn was fun.
Well, I could play Time Sieve then. It's a bad deck, but I love it.
Time Sieve was after that.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, Lorwyn. Oh, it was Lorwyn into Alara.
Yep.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that was a block was Lorwyn into Alara.
That's fair. I'm talking about when Fairies was like
the that was when Fairies was good.
Was it? I thought that was after Fairies died out.
5-color control.
I guess that's true. They played the Ultimatum also, didn't they?
It was great. I love that deck. It was bad. Open the vaults.
Oh my god! And you played Dusk Hulk.
Yeah, it was real bad and awesome. I will cycle this trash card and then stomp you.
Back when standard decks were like $100.
Yeah. No, some of those decks were still pretty expensive. Fairies was like a couple hundred. It was like 3 or 4.
Well, that's because of Thoughtseize
and you played all the lands, and you played the
pain lands were expensive back then too.
And no, in those decks you always played the coves, the ones that came with counters. You could tap for a different color.
The were they Vivid lands?
Yeah, Vivids. But you would also play Bitter Blossom, which was.
But I'm saying in Fairies they also played the Pain Land because the Pain Land was in 10th edition.
Yeah, the blue-black one.
Yeah.
Man.
I think all 10 were in there? I can't remember.
I mean, I think one of my favorite Magic content, one of my favorite segments I've seen was, I think it was Card Market, did a best of standard showdown.
Where it was like amazing.
16 different decks that won, worlds or whatever giant tournament. Yeah, whatever giant tournament at the time, from like the start all the way to, I think it was like, what was that stupid set with Siege Rhino?
Cons.
Yeah, I think it was like from then to Cons, and it was awesome to watch all these decks. Like Jund was in there. That's where I first saw the Megrim. No, that wasn't the first time I saw Megrim Jar, but the Megrim Jar deck was in there too, which was great. Oh.
If we do Zendikar, we can't do after Worldwake comes out. I do not want to play fucking Cawblade.
Cawblade didn't exist until the next set came out because.
Was it Eldrazi?
Yeah, I think that was when you had Caw, and you got the swords to feed into. I mean, Jace was still really good, but it wasn't like busted.
Oh, that was after the next block with.
Yeah, because you got Stoneforge,
Besieged, and stuff like that.
You got Stoneforge into swords, and then you had Batter Skull, and then you had the little bird boys.
Yeah,
little bird boys.
Squadron Hawk.
Yep.
Cawblade, the deck was so dumb.
And then you walked into stupid Mythic Jund after that, which was expensive as hell.
Right. Infect existed for a bit too. There was also.
Well, what I'm saying is when Jace got cut out.
Oh yeah.
The next sets were like Mythic Jund, was like the dominator of the format, I think.
Or which set?
Just mean Tony is back.
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah.
picked vintage.
Kind of.
No, I said vintage, but all the cards have to be L.
Well, we said you can't put stipulations. You can only pick formats.
They said they have no balls.
Our rules, Josh says our rules are playing field. We'll do what we want. Okay.
Yeah, so
Then
vintage.
find
but,
2 other Jeffs.
fine.
You think it's hard? Do you think it's hard to find Jeffs out there?
I'll have
Yeah,
all right.
play
Right,
Magic,
bro.
yeah.
I know more Jeffs than I know fucking
Yeah.
Words?
yeah, black people.
Oh.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. Jeffs was Jeff. Vintage with all L's.
No.
No, just
Yep.
vintage.
All
All
L's
the
as
cards,
in
including
all
lands.
L's as in Jeff is gonna
Sure,
lose.
it's going to be all L's.
Yeah.
But it may not show it on the card, but I'm going to enunciate it
Let's
with all L's.
Yeah, every time we play a card.
Here's my
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like if
All
you
right.
can justify it, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So let's
Here's
go
my
to the-
Loudon. It's asked for red.
Right,
Here's
but if you
Black
like
Lotus.
fuck up, if you fuck up, that's like a game loss. So you better be
Black
like on your
Lotus.
P's and Q's and make sure you don't fuck up any kind of enunciation.
I'm going to be playing a play
What
set
is
of Black
this?
Lotuses.
Yeah, exactly.
So the original Type 2. We'll start with
What are
that
you looking at here?
What?
Why'd you pull this up?
because the format you guys are going to start with. We're going to go through standard through the ages. We're going to start with the original Type 2.
Oh, this is
for
what
the
you're
other
talking
segment.
about.
Yeah,
The card
one I was
pool is
talking about.
Revise, The Dark, and Fallen Empires.
Ooh,
And they have a
ooh, that's
restricted
gonna be a
list,
tough one.
which is Brain Geyser,
Well, it
Channel,
wasn't-
Copy Artifact, Dominic, or not
Demonic
Dominic,
Tutor?
Demonic Tutor, Ivory
Dominic
Tower,
Tutor.
Mazavith, Mind
Dude,
Twist,
I love that
Regrowth.
Ivory Tower is restricted
Yeah. Soul
because
Ring.
the games would take forever. Dude,
Wheel of
I told you
Fortune.
guys, right? There was
Yes,
that time I
you-
was looking at a forum from like 1997 and they were bitching about Mazavith and Ivory Tower.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So
Got
we'll
'em.
start with we'll start with the initial time.
Dude, you're
which
making me
is-
play a lot of Magic here.
You just all you have to do is create one deck a week.
Why I gotta play Legacy and or Vintage and
That's
Type
you just fight Jeff, and it's literally
Wait
one
till
match.
you hear
that's
what
it.
I want to do with your butthole.
Yeah. So. All right. So why play the original Type 2? That's why, dude.
hey, look, there's a bunch of decks built for me right there.
Yeah, I don't care
Decks
where
to
you guys
beat.
get the source. You guys just blindly send me Moxfield decks. I'm gonna make it, and then you guys are gonna blindly play, and then we'll mic you guys
I
up
mean-
while you play. And you guys
No,
can
no,
share-
no,
JB
no, no, no.
agreed we're not going to tell each other what we're playing.
Yeah, of course, it's gonna be blind.
Playing Vintage, I thought. What the hell?
Yeah, we are.
Why are you talking about? I thought Standard Through the Ages was a different thing entirely.
Yeah, this is Type
It
2, the
is.
original Type 2.
Tony is acting as if this is going to be the Jeff versus Jeff segment.
Oh, you want? Okay, never mind. Okay, we
You
can do
are
that.
lost.
Too.
I'm so lost now.
Tony
thought
was
Jeff was-
trying to say this is what we were going to do for Jeff.
No,
versus
Jeff versus Jeff
Jeff.
and Standard Through the Ages was 2 different things.
Yes, we were
Yeah,
just
okay.
talking about it.
Standard Through the Ages,
Um,
what I was thinking is you pick a time period and you play those standard decks like back when like Steplink's Zendikar standard was around, or
Yeah, when it was
when Mercadian Masks was like the new
Alara
set.
plus.
Yeah.
Alara
Gotcha.
plus
Okay.
Zendikar.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, we can do that too. We'll have to find a format for Jeff versus Jeff.
We already
Like
have it.
what-
It's Legacy, dude. Or
But
Vintage.
not
we
Legacy,
talked about it.
Vintage.
All right, it works for me. However
All
you
the
guys want
cards
to do it.
have to begin
Josh
with
picked
the
this
letter
time.
L.
You can pick next week, Tony.
All
What
the
we
cards
play.
have to begin with the letter L.
Yep, yeah. Lemansky,
Black Lotus
Including
is going to
lands,
be
including
tearing it up,
lands,
bro.
including lands.
including lands. All right, dudes.
Lurza's
Lurl,
Saga.
Mox Lurl, Lox Lurl.
All right, Josh, get me out of here.
Magic shouldn't require an 8th grade reading level to play, and it is Wednesday, my dudes.
But I need to be able to read.
What a
Nah, you
flex.
shouldn't. Pictures only.
Pictures only.
Yeah, that's
Well, I mean,
that's
you
what.
just have someone tell you what it does and then
And
memorize what it
commit it
does.
to memory. Yeah.
No one reads anyway. Why
Yeah.
do they fucking put like paragraphs?
Yeah,